Determination paves the way to success. Author Pandit Sri Ram Sharma Acharya ji. This is my determination. This means that now I am getting involved in this assignment with my whole conscience and total energy. Stability and attitude of this level only paves the way to success. Determination stands for endurance and operating energy. This is embedded with many spiritual powers and blessings. Thoughts that leave a lasting and indelible impression on our conscience become part of our behavior due to their repeated adherence. These thoughts are unique on their own. The persons who know the method of implementing these thoughts in arranged manner can change their destiny, attitude, and environment, and can create specific situations in life as a result of this change. Necessity is the mother of invention. Means are attempted to satisfy when anything is intensely desired, and ultimately something efficacious comes as a solution. If that desire is inspiring, the desire to satisfy that emerges from within, and pran and full energy gets associated with that, like, I will achieve this thing in spite of hurdles. I will continue my efforts irrespective of impasses. It becomes very easy to achieve the goals if these determinations are strongly and deeply seated in the heart. Any job which seems difficult for someone does not remain more than a normal work for a determined person. This is necessary to regularly gain energy to continuously proceed ahead. The cycle of progress should not be disrupted. One should not stop or hesitate to proceed ahead. But this is possible only when our determination and our aim are full of everlasting courage, dedication, and energy. One who performs a job half-heartedly is considered as a rude person and never attains any specific success in life. I would have done it that way if I could get some specific conveniences. People involving in these fantasies actually glorify themselves. Destiny is not fostered with the help of others. No other person will come forward to share your burden. We have to complete the journey on our own. Our life will become problematic if others' help is sought. The power of great energy working in our inner self is endless. If we patronize that power, this will revive our self-confidence and will restrain us depending on others. The other face of determination is self-confidence. Once this is awakened, the progress is more rapidly achieved. Whatever we are today, or whatsoever is the state of our life, is the result of our individual thoughts. The future too will be built as per our thoughts. The feeling of rising high in life by avoiding negligence, dispassion, and cowardice energizes the inner self. This generates the characteristics of courage, valiancy, energy, productivity, strength, expertise, etc. These qualities activate the hidden source of power which can bless you with satisfaction, pleasure, and cheer. Vileness in men creates evils which can only spread everywhere, the outcome of agony and clashes. That is why the determination should be understood as the genesis of transcendency, and this should be used for the evolution of virtues of life. Do not treat yourself as feeble, incapable, or helpless. Renounce the weaker thoughts, like, how can I proceed without amenities? Always remember that source of strength is not in amenities, but lies in determination. If the desire to progress and proceed further is being more and more intensive than the amenities that fall short of your expectations today, will certainly seem helping you tomorrow. Every person can progress a lot with firm determination, even with minimum of amenities, and happily live the life. A diya spreads the light with its limited resources and never complains of more clay and more oil to be more powerful. To wish for progress is a common human trait. A person should move ahead, but this is possible only with awakened force of determination. Every person can succeed in life with firm determination. Once there was a person who was criticized severely and was casted unfavorable and damaging remarks by his wife. This incident hit his inner self. He left his wife and even at that advanced stage involved himself in studies. Later on, with the help of strong determination and intense practice, he was transformed into a great scholar of Sanskrit and was called Kali Das. Whole India was astounded with his talent and wisdom. A great treasure of poetry sprouted from his heart. Once there was a dacoit whose earnings were based on plundering and ravaging of people who used to pass that way. One day he apprehended one sage. He attempted to kill him, but the sage questioned him. The people for whom you are bearing the sin of killing so many people, would they be ready to share your curse? Go and ask your family persons. The dacoit went off and asked this question to his family people, but he was depressed to hear the answer. This answer was, "We are your dependent and not concerned with your sin or morality." He conceded the truth and his whole persona was transformed. He later on was known as Maharishi Valmiki. Suddenly his dormant powers were awakened. He surprised the whole world with his intelligence. There have been many persons who, after being psychologically hit by some incident, awakened their dormant powers, lying idle in subconscious mind. Chapters of their life completely changed, and they surprised the whole world with their talent. A treasure of abnormal dormant powers, as well as innumerable mental, physical, and divine powers, is hidden in you too. This is a pity that you consider yourself as a common person. Never think that divine and astounding powers are not hidden in you. Believe it. You are a strong reservoir of great powers. Horses could no longer be our aids if they could know their physical strength. Elephants also could put the world on ransom. If lion, tiger, bullock, etc. could know their strength, they would have dominated us completely. If we too acknowledge our hidden strength, sorrows, fear, worry, trouble, etc. will not disturb us anymore. They will not cast any adverse effect on our health, heart, and life. This is regretful that we fall under the control of these aberrations very easily and destroy our life. Genuine weakness is that we do not rely on our capabilities. People who are rich and lead a profligate lifestyle seem to us happy and satisfied, but peeping inside changes our view. You can ask why they are in sorrow if they are rich and possess such great wealth. Almighty has casted His grace on them. Then why they are devoid of that grace? But this is your misconception that people who have plenty of means are happy and we are in sorrow because we do not have those means. Almighty is not partial. You also possess the same amount of divine powers and psychic, physical, and spiritual possessions which they have. Always remember that constant hard work and dedication to your goal makes your destiny. A country progresses by the patriotic commitment of its masses. A strong desire is a vital force which alone paves its ways. Blaming the destiny is only an excuse of idiots. Destiny or luck is not a material thing. Where the principle of need and action is closely related, this is ridiculous to talk about luck or destiny. Every action must first be preceded by process of thoughtful consideration. There is always a role of reasoning, force behind every action. Everyone who is afraid of one's imaginary conclusions and hurdles in life becomes slave of them. Determination paves the way to success. One king, Vasusen, was a firm believer of astrology. He did all his work on specific time and always kept one astrologer as his aide. One day, they were going somewhere. They saw one farmer going to his fields with plough and ox. Astrologer asked him, "Today the celestial condition is not suitable in this direction. Go back, otherwise be ready to bear the losses." Farmer replied, "It's my routine to go to the fields. Celestial conditions cannot do any harm to me." On this, astrologer asked him to show the fate lines on his palm. But the farmer refused him, saying, "Only beggars extend their palms. I earn my bread by donating to people like you." Astrologer and king were ashamed and admitted the superior prowess of farmer. Never compromise with adverse situations. On the other hand, manifest more patience and courage from within in more adverse situations. Make efforts in varied ways and do the work on many fronts. Success will come to you in any way, definitely. Victory comes only with the firm determination, patience, and courage. Determination is transformed into victory of only those people who have never lost courage in defeats, have never lost enthusiasm, have always faith in victory, are courageous in actions, and have patience in heart. The attitude of despair, once adopted, will always resist in attempting any job. Wild thoughts are more injurious than viruses and more invisible than insects. They deeply sit inside and contaminate the whole infrastructure of cosmic body. Aimless persons of no value and no character carry their life as corpse. Their ambitions can never be fruitful because to be successful in life, glaring personality is required. We should dream of beautiful and secured future with full confidence and enthusiasm in our heart. Why think of falling prey to hardships in the beginning? Man, like a river, is capable of finding his way of success on his own. The people who have strong and firm willpower have guided their way by that. The foundation of success is embedded in the willpower of man. His determination or willpower is the most important and strongest among all the human traits. The people of weak instincts do not attain any specific success, even if equipped with rich resources. They lose their enthusiasm while facing even a simple hurdle or a bit of opposition. The real strength of a person is his willpower, because this is the symbol of life and motivating force of actions. There will be no actions when there is no determination. And when there is determination, actions have to be there. Man is motivated in actions with inspiration of willingness. In the absence of willingness or its inspiration, man will also become lifeless. Whatever progress and evolvement that the man has achieved so far is the result of his determination. Debility in his life is the outcome of debility in his determination. The environment of a place inhabited only with unassertive and cowardice people generally becomes infected with the feeling of apprehension, fear, and also makes others disheartened and unenthusiastic. Mahatma Gandhi was the live embodiment of strong will. He did not possess anything except firm and strong willpower. He valiantly faced the British without any army or weapon, but only with firm determination. Every person equipped with the trait of strong will or determination does not leave any job unfulfilled. He proceeds ahead courageously, fighting with obstacles and adversities. This is the only method to achieve progress or success. Firm determination, this is the basic principle of all the successes in life. all the intelligence, assets, and conveniences are generated on the basis of willpower. This is that fascinating and subjugating principle based on which a person makes millions of people his follower. Those who make their willpower strong and firm before making any commitment for success and progress in life never face failure or disappointment. Altruistic person is always energetic with confidence, courage, creativity, and failure will never come to the person who is equipped with these victorious characteristics. Wild desires, whereas reduce the vigor of a person due to their injurious properties, the altruist desires energize a new confidence, courage, and fresh enthusiasm. One dedicated will and integrity of powers firmly carries the person to his desired goal. There is no doubt in it. The only element required is intensive, unified, and tough determination. Keep away the entire wild desires and thoughts. Unsolicited, wild thoughts emanated from other persons bounce back to their senders and harm only to them. The piousness of determination works as catalyst to make the life gratified and pious. Bread served in a thali does not reach the stomach on itself until and unless manipulated to break it into pieces and chewed efficiently. When one marches ahead to the path of progress with determination, the adversities start transforming into blessing and light starts appearing in the gloom. Targets seemed difficult to achieve earlier now appear very easy to accomplish. Power of determination has secured a prominent position in life transformation. All the desires do not reach to the extent of being determination because they lack the strength of commitment and are therefore considered as lifeless. But when those desires are refined by skill, thoughts, and strong emotions, they get transformed into determination. Determinations are more enriched in strength than desires to meet any goal. Determination can be compared with a fortress, which can be relied in tumultuous disturbances and faltered situations, and helps to reach the doors of transcendent life or while. It all depends on the thoughts of a person. Our actions are the active representation of our thoughts. Anything that influences us very much settles deep inside our inner self as per its attraction and inspiring factor, and the outer life starts taking shape according to that. Every thought has its own unique shape, which continues to become more and more powerful in association of like-minded thoughts. A wide variety of different thoughts and conceptions actually exist in the mind as a product of mental activity, but its benefit reaches to the man when he proceeds wholeheartedly to act on any one of them. The brain catches the like-minded thought waves from the cosmic world, like a hungry python catches insects and tiny creatures with its powerful breath. An invisible force of like-minded thoughts starts working, and a variety of paths to success start coming to mind. It seems that some divine power is assisting you, but that power is the power of your determination, which is bringing to your mind the same intelligence and visualizations of different people, and a wise person successfully goes on to accept the means suitable to his circumstances. This reduces the time to gain the success. Assume that you are determined to succeed in the examinations with good numbers this year. To achieve this, you will have to get up early in the morning and study with concentration also. You should avoid negligence to complete your dreams. You should be physically fit and mind should be stable. If you are morally strong and have passion for hard work, then no adversity or hurdle can obstruct your road to success. If you transform your inner self as strong as rock, which withstands against stormy jolts and adversities of nature, no situation or worldly discomforts can make any loss to you. Merely restraining the mind is not enough. Mind should be diverted where it is comfortable and takes interests. Our instincts will go with the attractions, and making continuous efforts to stop them going with wild instincts will only be one-sided. To change its direction, this is necessary to make available some more transcendent field for the mind to work. This is true that prowess without determination is of no value, and equally true is that determinations do not meet their ends without prowess. An inactive person who always makes determinations is no less than a lazy person who never makes efforts to eat a fallen mango but wishes to taste that mango merely without even moving. This is an art to associate determination with prowess, and quite a few of people know how to do it. Truth is that only those wishes are accomplished which are associated with strong efforts. Here, strong effort stands for dedication to a goal, high level of self-confidence to fight against the obstructions and enthusiasm. Without these, determinations never get transformed into prowess, be that they please you only. Determination paves the way to success. Many persons sit idle, waiting for the favorable circumstances, and decide to start the work when required resources will be available. Waiting for the availability of required resources only indicates that this job perhaps will never start. One should rush to actions instead of waiting and thinking. Many prestigious jobs can be performed even with tiny resources combined with terrible courage. Our history is full of testimonials to support this. When the area of sea around Asia was assumed as 1,000 miles and the whole sea was considered as endless, the determination of 18-year-old Columbus had reached up to America. But his individual efforts were of no use, and he needed some assistance. Portuguese betrayed him and stole his maps. Amidst these adversities, Columbus decided to reach America. His courageous determination did not stop in spite of dangerous situations. He discovered the traffic route to reach that continent which was hitherto unknown. The splendid efforts of such a courageous and intelligent person will always be remembered. Whereas the God has bestowed the man numerous physical and psychic characteristics in comparison to other creatures, one most astounding benediction showered on man is the power of determination. Innumerable characteristics are lying hidden in the depth of consciousness. They can be said as mysterious. To reach the pinnacle of progress, to succeed in arranging and making use of required resources, to be able to get the honor and support of numerous people in contradictory situations, are a trick of hand for transcendent persons. This is the prowess of strong determination, if advanced in right direction. It can highlight the personality to such an extent that even the deities can envy him. Marching ahead to complete the righteous goals is prestigious enough, like climbing a mountain peak, but this is troublesome also. The confrontation between good habits and bewildered society presents dramatic, tiring circumstances. This is the matured phase of determination, which prepares the basis to complete this courageous journey. The strong determination helped Napoleon to establish a milestone in the world when he managed to cross over the Alp mountains on foot with his whole army. Sherpa Tenzing and Hillary successfully reached the highest mountain, Everest. And while hoisting their victorious flag, they heralded that there is no adversity in the world which cannot be defeated with strong power of determination. There are citations about how Valmiki and Angulimal were transformed as ascetic persons. One-time cruel and atrocious ruler King Ashok, when transformed, played a vital role in establishing the religion and contributed his talent to spread the Buddhism. One time depraved and indecent lady Ambapali became an ascetic woman and was revered like saints. The strength of determination of many cruel persons like Ajamil and Sadhan has many times manifested such transformation of inner self, and these transformations of innumerable persons have been possible due to the strength of determination. Failure only tells about the shortcomings that could be avoided to achieve the success. Ascetic persons are not defeated, but march ahead with more enthusiasm after every setback. Abraham Lincoln could succeed to become President of America after being defeated 17 times in elections. He had to endure varied type of problems because of belonging to a poor family. Even then, he never fell to them. He continued to proceed fighting with the obstructions. George Washington is remembered as a revered President of America. He faced the poorness right from his birth and could afford to proceed in life with the help of his determination. He was a self-made person and did not receive the support of anybody in his life. Bhishma self-abnegated himself to follow chastity for whole life and patronized that without any problem. Heights are attained by mind and not by body. Elevated self-confidence keeps away the psychic weakness and wild instincts. Bhagirath was devoted to bring down the Ganga. He succeeded to achieve that with a strong commitment of continuous efforts. Farhad, the fiancé of historical Shiri, also succeeded in digging the long canal through high mountains. Initial circumstances in the life of Jagat Guru Shankaracharya were not such that one could expect something great from him, but acknowledging his great talent, when he committed to accomplish something great, he enriched the culture with a novel direction by performing noble actions. Mother of world-famous English scholar H.G. Wells nurtured her wards by earning her wages as a domestic servant. Such children do not have a secured future, but this was Wells, who availed every opportunity of getting education by his enthusiasm, and his continued efforts made him a high-level scholar. Life history of scientist Edison is similar to Wells. While looking over carefully, one can find many examples and testimony all around where the ascetic people, while fighting with the economic, physical, social problems, have attained such a great success in their efforts that they seem fascinating to us. Actually, determination is such a deity of one's apparent life whose blessings can possibly be enjoyed by everyone. When ascetic persons proceed ahead to accomplish their wise goals, they gradually begin to receive the cooperation of other wise persons also. This factor can be correlated clearly with Ramayana. Lakshman, Bharat, Kevat, and even the bear and monkeys cooperated with Ram, and even the brother of their enemy Ravan joined his side. Definitely, there are initial problems in adopting firm virtuousness, but once the firmness and sincerity is testified, the collaboration from everywhere starts showering, whether man or woman, child or old person, healthy or sick, rich or poor. These factors are not of any concern. Primary is the strength of determination. Ascetic persons successfully manipulate favorable circumstances for them and succeed. Time consumed and efforts can be more or less, but an enterprising person determined for self-building sooner or later successfully accomplishes his goal in accordance with his involvement and talent. Definitely, favorable situations for women are fewer in comparison to men, but this assumption stands positive only for those whose confidence level is lowest. If they impel their courage and utilize their power of determination for wise objectives, no reason they stay behind in leaving an impact of their supremacy. Maitri followed Yagvalkya not as his wife but as religious follower. Same citation is of Shardama, the wife of Ram Krishna Paramhans. Sukanya decided to live with Chavan to accomplish a great objective and not for the cause of any material desire. The wife of Kagawa, the Gandhi of Japan, opted to marry him with the strong desire of nursing the dilapidated people. Whereas many persons do not find any meaning except animal-like jubilancy in marital life, there is no dearth of such ascetic men and women who feel the urgency of marriage only when they think it eminent to accomplish some noble objectives of personal or social progress. Whereas conventional women dream of welfare and ecstasy of their children, there have been great women who dreamt their children to become noble person and initiated basic changes in their approach and efforts. Among these great women comes the mother of Vinoba, who caused her 3 sons to become Brahmagyani. Shivaji's mother Jijabai was also regarded with same respect. Madalsa motivated her children to go for celibacy. Shakuntala and Sita wanted their sons, Bharat and Love and Kush, respectively, to be different from conventional children. Whatever success they earned can be achieved by others also, with the condition of intensive allegiance for virtues in heart and substantial amount of courage to accomplish that. This is termed as determination. Dynastic customs or deteriorated family conditions have never been able to permanently obstruct the progress of anyone. These obstacles have been able to produce challenges of doing more and more efforts and nothing else. Satyakam Jabal was the son of a prostitute. His mother could not tell him who his father was. Saint Itraya, the writer of Itraya Brahmin, was the son of a whore named Itra. Same story is about Matgi, the mother of Maharishi Vashishta. Raidas, Kabir, Balmiki, all were born in so-called subdued families. But they did not face any resistance in reaching the high level of nobility. The strength of determination is so compelling that it can go ahead crushing any obstacle coming in its path. Not lose your heart, nor fail to win. Favorable and unfavorable circumstances both are unavoidable. There is always possibility of being afflicted by some physical loss or unprecedented disease. This is also not unusual to lose one family member in the normal course of life and cry for the rest of the life. Such sad days come in every family, and most of the people have to face them one day. Nobody can ever get solicited gains. Whose courtyard has ever been blessed with a kalpavriksha of satisfying all the desires? Such storms which throw away well-knitted grass nests in the air and annihilate well-fabricated cluster in the sky are common. Only those people lacking vigor in their inner self fell down on luck. In the course of nature, every material or every man has to meet its end. Wishes and efforts are not always succeeded. All this continues in its own fashion, but a person's virility lies in facing them. The stone rocks are well settled on sea banks from the time immortal. This is right to say that waves have not stopped striking the rocks, but equally right is the fact that rocks are there at place and not accepted the setback. Neither we should fall to the adverse situations, nor accept the defeat. Accept the challenges of nature and valiantly face them. Only this is the wise behavior to maintain the human prestige.